and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, got some egos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on a tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Welcome to the World Wrestling Network Training Center. Once again, I'm Francisco Chiazzo, head trainer and coach here. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Untitled Proving Ground here at WWN. All the athletes in the back are ready. They're ready to prove themselves not only to you, to the rest of the world, but to the WWN office, and hopefully get a shot at one of the top independent wrestling companies in the entire country.
So here we are, WWN Proving Grounds. They finally called up the goods. You see, tonight, I make my debut. Me, Jay Villa. I make my debut here at Proving Grounds against Harrow. I never met this guy before, but I heard some things about him, and he's pretty good. But you know what? Tonight, I'm gonna prove to him and to anybody that's watching that Jay Villa's the future, not only of Proving Grounds, but the future of this business. So Harrow, be aware. And just know that you've been warned. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for it all.
Tonight, I, Harrow, go one-on-one with Jay Villa. See, you and I have never faced before. And I already know you're gonna underestimate me, and that's alright. It's happened before. And everyone who's underestimated me has underestimated their own depth of their abilities. And you will be no different. So tonight, your pain will be Harrow's peace.
I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the ambassador of professional wrestling, Trevin Adams, joined by Let's Get Serial's own Alyssa Marino. Welcome to WWN Proving Ground. But what is going on, and why is ACW Heavyweight Champion August Artois' music playing?
You know, Trevin, there's just something. When I hear that music, it's like a little twitch that I get because I know that it is welcoming August Artois to the ring.
And you can see as well, we have a very special host tonight.
18-month veteran in the house, baby.
Up to 18 months now. Head trainer of the WWN Training Center, Francisco Chiazzo, our host. I don't know if Francisco is going to be excited about being interrupted here by August Artois, who you can already hear is making friends and influencing people.
I mean, certainly if anyone knows how to make friends, it's August Artois. I say as sarcastically as possible.
So, without further ado, I'm going to get out. They're going to come in. And my coach here is going to bring out the next match. Coach, anything to say to these people? Let's get started. Woo! Class! This is scheduled for one fall. From Orlando, Florida, weighing at 187 pounds, Harrow!
All right, as Harrow makes his way to the ring here, Alyssa, I cannot leave this alone. You just heard, yeah, good. Get out of the way there, August Artois. It's a match I'd like to see sometime. But nevertheless, you just heard Artois claim he has a victory over Brian Brock, which he sure does from WWN and FIP % Established Dominance 2022. A little bit of dubious means, wouldn't you say?
Well, isn't that because Brian Brock was paid off by superstar Sean Davis?
110%. You notice Brock also, when Sean first said lay down for the 3 count, Brian Brock refused and instead took the count out. Of course, if you haven't gotten to see this, that full matchup, that full event, and especially what happened afterwards, things got real interesting as John Davis as well as Lucky Ali came out, impromptu tag team match once again, Club WWN at WWNlive.com. But let's focus now, Alyssa. I'm definitely excited for the debut of Jay Villa here on WWN Proving Ground.
And Jay Villa had some very strong words, calling himself not only the future of Proving Ground, but the future of this business. And I'm certainly sure that he is someone that is well-versed, has scouted the competition in Harrow going into this matchup, his first ever matchup, making his debut.
A little bit of intensity in the ring here as Mr. Quiñones makes his way off to the side. Some pressure having the head trainer of the WWN Training Center not only hosting but staring at you as you work through things, but I guess it's going to result in some great feedback at the end of the night.
You're absolutely right about that. Francisco Quiñones has a definitely front row seat to all of the action here at Proving Ground, seeing some of his students that he has been helping to learn and grow and cultivate their craft.
And you see right now, Jay Villa able to reverse things, at least in the moment, against Harrow, but Harrow did get him over. I was curious if Harrow had gotten stuck there, but instead Harrow able to pull Villa over right to that armbar.
Yeah, and Harrow definitely coming off of a hot streak here. Last time we saw him at Proving Ground, the victory over Devin Decay. This is, that's a great kind of momentum to take you through, but speaking of momentum, Jay Villa able to shift the leverage.
Yeah, absolutely. An awesome counter by Villa. And you see Harrow's doing everything he can to try to, in fact, forcing the pin. The 2 count only, but Harrow's doing everything he could to not let Jay Villa get that in more. And how about smart from Jay Villa here, going right to the ropes, making sure that Harrow could not follow up.
You're certainly seeing some very keen instincts within Jay Villa, even though he is so early on in his training and really just starting his career. And Trevin, these are the matchups, these are the moments that mean so much because you only get one chance to make a first impression. If you're Jay Villa, everything is riding on this debut here at Proving Ground.
You can tell right now by the intensity coming from Jay Villa as he just wrenches in the head. And great counter by Harrow. I was about to say, you can tell Jay Villa not looking to waste the opportunity, but nor is Harrow. That's what makes WWN Proving Ground so exciting. Getting that sample of what's the future of the sport, where are the athletes, and again, counter by Villa.
And the future is certainly looking bright here, Trevin. We have a really, it seems going tit for tat, these two competitors.
Yeah, I definitely got to agree, Alyssa. It's been pretty even thus far here in this matchup, our opening contest. WWN Proving Ground. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Season 2, Episode 3. All episodes of WWN Proving Ground available on the official WWN Live YouTube, as well as Club WWN. And look at Harrow. Speed on display.
Boundless energy.
Ooh. And able to take down Jay Villa as well now into the front chancery. And I think Villa didn't know where Harrow was going to go, and it was smart from Harrow. There's something to be said for running around your opponent.
Definitely some diversion techniques from Harrow. And now full head of steam barreling into Jay Villa.
Yeah, that beautiful Hurricanrana. It looks like could be a big power slam from Harrow. Is this the end of the match already? No, the 2 count only, but man, Harrow looking good.
Harrow definitely looking dominant, trying to keep up that winning streak here at Proving Ground. Definitely trying to chain those victories together as he goes. But you never know, Jay Villa might give him a run for his money here, Trevin.
Yeah, definitely. I would not count out Jay Villa yet. And you see Villa now going potentially for a head of hair there, but letting go. You heard the official counting, but I couldn't quite tell how well it was pulled in there. But if your first American boyfriend, Billy Grace, insists, it must be true. Great escape there by Jay Villa. He saw that kick coming, and he knew exactly where to go.
And this is what I mean about being early on in your career to the point that you are so in tune to your competition. You're watching the footage because you want to make those good first impressions.
And interesting here, Harrow did not let Jay Villa get back into the ring. I talked earlier at the beginning of this matchup about just the intensity in the air between both athletes, and what do you have here from Villa?
Oh my-
Dropping Harrow down head first.
Harrow careening. What? Face first to the apron? My goodness.
When's the last time you saw an electric chair right into the apron? That could be not just the end of the match, but potentially career-threatening as well for Harrow.
It's like you gotta wonder if Harrow knows which way is up, much less the fact that his shoulders are on the mat.
That's it. Jay Villa did not waste time going after that pin. Not enough to keep down Harrow. As Villa continues the beating. Now the forearm to the back of the neck as well, going right here. Modified camel clutch. There's something about Villa from the moment we first saw him this evening. Dude just seems tough. Dude seems like he's been in street fights. I would not mess with Jay Villa. You couldn't pay me to go within 100 miles of this guy.
I mean, Jay Villa also spoke with a great deal of confidence, saying the Proving Ground finally called up the goods. And Trevin, you see just how quickly here the complete complexion of this match has changed and going into the favor of Jay Villa.
And right back into the submission. Harrow definitely in some trouble here, and got to be a bit of a tease for Harrow. You can see ropes, but they're far enough away as Harrow fighting his way to his feet. Jay Villa still refuses to let go. And again, Villa was able to scout Harrow, and what a curb stop there, Alyssa.
Absolutely devastating. Oh no.
The pinfall. Yeah, 2 count only here, but you said it. Harrow, man, taking a absolute beating, and I've just been so impressed by the number of times Jay Villa has been able to see his opponent coming and put on the brakes.
I mean, Harrow is someone who says that your pain will be my peace, but can you imagine the amount of pain that Harrow is feeling right now, Trevin?
And you heard the referee admonishing Jay Villa for those closed fists and now the kidney punch as well. Harrow's definitely in trouble as Harrow's whipped into the corner. Villa, again, with the answer, catching Harrow.
Harrow might have been trying to evade, but caught up.
A very innovative offense there into the backbreaker. Pinfall. 2 count only. Credit to Harrow that he kicked out, but I got to give it to Jay Villa again. It looked like an air raid crash turned into some form of backbreaker. Somewhere someone's screaming a name in Japanese and or Spanish.
You know, but Trevin, I have to say, whatever way things shake out here at Proving Ground, this has been an undeniable first impression for Jay Villa.
Yeah, Billy Grace better stay out of the way there. As Harrow now showing signs of life. The elbow catching Villa. Now the forearm as well. And this is what we've seen from Harrow before here on WWN Proving Ground. When the energy gets flowing, the adrenaline, Harrow's dangerous. And in fact, the pinfall. No, 2 count only. What a way to get things started.
You talk about, Trevin, too, the way that Harrow seems to move with the momentum of the match. And as soon as he shifts gears, it might be game over.
Yeah, and you notice Jay Villa saw the kick coming, was able to catch it, but this time Harrow with some answers for the counters from Jay Villa. Looked like a stalemate for a second there. It might be Harrow's, oh, that spinning kick.
Ooh.
Knocking out Villa. Pinfall. He got him.
That's it.
What a win for Harrow here. But I'm going to echo your sentiment, Alyssa. Jay Villa, even in defeat, what an impression. You sure as heck know WWN officials taking note of this young man in his debut.
And I like the fact, too, Trevin, very, very scrappy, willing to do whatever it took to get any kind of advantage in the matchup. But Harrow, really.
I'm up for any point, one-on-one, tag, triple threat, fatal four. Doesn't matter. No matter how skilled the opponent is, or how mean they are. In the end, their pain will be Harrow's peace. You're in reverse. Hello, everybody.
Their pain is going to be Harrow's piece. It's intense.
It's definitely intense, it's undeniable, and Harrow has been piecing together victories here at Proving Ground to continue to be undeniable, Trevin.
WWN debut was something that I anticipated for such a long time. And it didn't go my way. And it's not fair because that ref wasn't doing his job. Harrow kept kicking me in the damn face. How is that legal? But yet when I punch somebody in the face, the ref wants to get on my case. So that's how they want to play, fine. The next time I'm here, it ain't gonna happen like that. You got my word.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the king of battle, Nick Quiñones, and now I'm back on Proving Ground. See, the last time I was here, I damn near got my head kicked in. But this time it's going to be completely different. Leeroy Shogun, I've been watching you for a while now, and I'm grateful for the opportunity we stepped toe-to-toe together. But you need to know one thing. I am here to blaze the future.
My name is Leeroy Shogun. Nick Quiñones, you might not know this, but I'm trained in 5 disciplines. I've mastered 2. I've won 4 international karate tournaments. I've beaten 3 men in one night. I understand you're the battle king, but I am the baddest man alive. On my debut for WWN, please believe I'm bringing home victory. Good luck. May the gods honor you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. From Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing 235 pounds, the king of battle, Nick Quiñones. Come on, baby, time to blaze the future.
Good to see Nick Quiñones back here in WWN Proving Ground.
And certainly, Trevin, the king of battle is here to shift the win into his column at Proving Ground.
Tonight should be another Haas fight here again for Nick Quiñones.
And his opponent, representing the guilty, from Kyoto, Florida, 235 pounds. He is the self-proclaimed baddest man alive, Leeroy Shogun!
So, Melissa, I'm going to be honest. It's pretty intense there from Leeroy Shogun before this matchup. Give me background on this guy.
You know, I've been lucky to see Leeroy Shogun live a few times, and like Quiñones has had his eyes on Shogun for a while. I mean, Shogun is very impressive and has the accolades to back it up. As we heard, he's trained in 5 disciplines, master of 2, has won 4 international karate tournaments, and beat 3 men in one night. Now, I wonder, Trevin, are those 3 men comparable to one Nick Quiñones here at Proving Ground?
That's exactly what we're going to find out here. The debut of Leeroy Shogun, return of Nick Quiñones, coming off a win from Season 2, Episode 1 against Jacob Giles. So this is now an opportunity here for both Nick to continue to move up in the rankings, but for Shogun to just burst onto the scene and, hey, respect.
It's what we like to see, and it's starting things off right here in this Haas fight here at Proving Ground.
Yeah, and you notice the immediate struggle, and it's really smart from the perspective of Nick Quiñones. Bring the man down on the mat. Size is going to matter a lot less there, and of course, Shogun really smart with both his counters and making sure he doesn't put his body at a place that Nick can take where Nick wants it.
And obviously, you know, Shogun is well-versed in combat sports. And we talk about the different disciplines, but we don't talk about the specific disciplines. Is Shogun someone that is able to, you know, tangle up on the mat? I mean, I've seen he has undeniable striking power. And obviously the power's on his side as well.
See some agility here from both athletes. Shogun putting on the brakes. What a knee to the gut of Quiñones.
Driving all the air out of the lungs.
Curious to see how Shogun follows it up, but instead it's Nick now. That snapmare and 2 kicks. The price of one as well as the senton. Pinfall. 2 count only. What a flurry of offense.
Quiñones looking to pick up that win early on, Trevin.
So we often say these guys are not paid by the hour, and you got to look at a guy like Shogun. The conditioning Shogun clearly has. If I'm Quiñones, I am going to go for the kill as quick as I can, and you're seeing strength on display here as Shogun. Oh! Shogun rocking Quiñones. I was about to point out that Leeroy had pushed Quiñones into the corner, but talking about some striking power.
The striking ability of Shogun, I mean, his chops sound like thunderclaps.
And again, numerous just knees to the solar plexus. It's got Quiñones in trouble in a backbreaker. I think Big Nick. I don't think Big Nick will give up, but I think Big Nick may be a bit surprised by the offensive flurry here of Leeroy Shogun.
And while I don't think that Quiñones was underestimating Shogun going into this matchup, I don't know if he was expecting this level from Shogun.
The kick again to the gut, and it's been very clear. Shogun's got his eye, knows where he wants to target Nick between the back, the gut, midsection of Quiñones in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and they're definitely needing that core up the cover. Needing that core to get to an upright base, to keep the air in your lungs, to keep that heart pumping and stay alive in this matchup.
And again, going back to the small of the back there. Leeroy Shogun, I'm very impressed.
Shogun just so tactical in the way that he is picking apart the body parts of Nick Quiñones, taking out all of the support.
Absolutely, it's smart execution in the offense of Leeroy Shogun, and as Quiñones even starts to begin to show life here, right into $1 million dream.
Quiñones dragged back to the mat by Shogun. But Quiñones, so much power of mental health and all of the things that he has been through, the things he has seen. He has so much resilience to stay alive in this matchup, Trevin.
Well, and that's going to be the key for both of these athletes, but especially Nick Quiñones, based on the beating that Shogun has already executed. And crossbody by Big Nick takes down Leeroy into the pin. 2 count only, and that's yet another reminder. Really does only take 3, can happen in a blink of an eye, but now we get to find out what's the resilience of a Leeroy Shogun.
Yeah, we've seen definitely a early dominance out the gate from Shogun, but when the tides are not in his favor, how can he keep up?
Well, and I think we're starting to see it here. As Nick was thinking suplex. Oof! I was going to say, Shogun not only put on the brakes, but a beautiful savate kick there, rocking Big Nick. Once again, targeting the midsection there with those shoulder tackles.
Leeroy Shogun, though, taking his time as he works on Nick Quiñones.
And you also heard Shogun going the Babe Ruth route. Calling for a suplex. The question is the Babe going to deliver here?
And how wise is it to call your shot?
Yeah, official. Dominic Coco trying to encourage these guys, and ultimately it's Nick Quiñones who takes out Shogun from the corner, but how can Nick follow this up?
I mean, at least Nick Quiñones put some distance between himself and his opponent. But what are we going to see?
Beautiful flying shoulder tackle by Nick. And you're seeing juice going through the body. Blood's flowing here.
And Quiñones is firing on all cylinders.
Beautiful belly to belly. Into the pin. No, 2 count only.
Definitely we are seeing the amount of pressure that Leeroy Shogun can be put under in this matchup. Trying to rally the crowd in his favor and get some of that energy as Shogun is just beating down on Quiñones.
Gotta give it to Shogun, and look at this, the springboard, no, caught by Nick. But Shogun again with the elbows trying to fight off Nick Quiñones, and Nick might be thinking Saito suplex delivered. If there's any indication of what we've seen so far in this matchup, Alyssa, it's the fact that it's going to take a lot more than that to keep Shogun down. And you notice Leeroy Shogun has his foot around the bottom rope very smartly. A little bit of protection there. Nick's kicked away.
Definitely smart of Shogun to almost anchor himself against the bottom rope there, Trevin.
Both men jockeying for position, but that beautiful heel kick. Is this going to be the end of the matchup? Can Shogun follow up? Pinfall. No! How close was that?
Devastatingly close. As we're seeing this as viewers, imagine how devastating it was for Shogun, who is in this Proving Ground matchup and wants to set the tone for himself here at Proving Ground.
Indeed, you only get one debut, and if you're Leeroy Shogun,
oh my,
you want to make an impression, and indeed, whatever Shogun was thinking with the counter here, Quiñones gets the win.
Hey!
Just when you thought perhaps Leeroy Shogun could have been going Tombstone, could have been going a lot of bad places for Nick Quiñones, rolling through victory roll in a victory for Nick Quiñones. What a matchup. What a showing by Leeroy Shogun.
What a showing indeed. Definitely some impressive, aggressive offense from Leeroy Shogun that we're seeing in this arsenal. But the King of Battle stands victorious and really keeps driving that message of his dominance at Proving Ground. We're going to see respect here. Their unfinished business between these two. Okay, some respect.
Yeah, if I heard right, it sounds like they'd be willing to do it again.
And we'd be willing to watch it.
Awesome matchup here. Absolutely awesome matchup here on WWN Proving Ground. In fact, we're about to hear from Nick Quiñones as Francisco Chiato heads into the ring.
Impressive. Hard fought battle. Both you guys hit hard. But in the end, you got the W. Tell these people a little bit about Nick Quiñones and what's the sort of them going forward.
Going forward, Nick Quiñones, I'm the King of Battle for a reason. I'm a United States Army veteran. I've served for this country in 2007 in Ramadi, Iraq. But I came back battling something. I battled PTSD every day of my life. Every time I step foot in this ring, I show that anyone out there, any kind of mental health awareness, PTSD awareness, I'm proving it right here day in and day out to show you can win and continue going and living your dream. It's a little emotional sometimes, but that's why I live by my motto. I'm here to blaze the future.
There you have it, folks. Thank you for your service. Nick Quiñones, keep it up, everybody.
Yeah, thank you once again for your service, Nick Quiñones, and nothing like raising awareness for PTSD, very important cause.
Nick Quiñones, I want to congratulate you on your victory over me. Make no mistakes, I'm one of the baddest men on this planet. I am the baddest man alive. It pains me to say this, but tonight you were the better man. But you know what they say any given Sunday. Had this been a different sport, maybe I won, but hey, this is pro wrestling. I'll see you on the next one. Good luck.
Come see Proving Ground live every Friday night at Richey Racquetball and Sports Club in Port Richey, Florida at 7 p.m. Step inside the new WWN Training Center for an experience like no other. Proving Ground is a night of fun for the whole family. Tickets are available at the door and seating is limited. Doors open at 6:30 p.m.
WWN Proving Ground. Once again, my name is Winston Bentley III.
And I am Connor McKay, and together we are financially stable.
You see, we're here tonight at Proving Ground, and one way or another, we will be making our debut as a tag team. If any opportunity arises, you best believe we're gonna jump all over it. We'll see you real soon.
Because that's money.
WWN Proving Grounds, Benjy Neptune is back. Now, the last time I was here, things did not go my way, but it is okay because I've been given another opportunity to prove myself against Bud Heavy. Now, Bud Heavy is extremely dangerous, as everybody knows, but it's all right because ever since the last time I was here, I've been training. I am a lot stronger, I'm a lot faster, and I am a lot better than the last time. So Bud Heavy, watch out, because it's Benjy time.
WWN Proving Ground. I haven't been here for a minute, but I think it's time for Bud to bring the party. And you guys gave me Benjy Neptune. It's Benjy time, and that's awesome. For Bud, it's not Benjy time. It's party time. It's time to get heavy. So, I'm gonna show Benjy how to party, how to get heavy, and then I'm gonna go drink a bunch of beer. So good luck, kiddo. I'll see you when I see ya tonight.
Your following contest is scheduled for one fall. Stumbling in from the nearest bar, that's a nice look myself, weighing in 2.5 kegs, Bud Heavy.
Return time here for Bud Heavy to WWN Proving Ground. Like you said, it's been a long time since you've seen Bud Heavy in a WWN ring.
But you know, it's from the closest bar straight to the ring. Here comes Bud Heavy, saying that it's party time. It's party time versus Benjy time, and we're gonna see how things shake out here, Trevor.
Well, you can see it on the shirt right there. There's a six-pack stored within that keg. Definitely excited for this matchup.
And his opponents, from North Miami, Florida, weighing 195 pounds, it's Benjy time, Benjy Neptune!
Like Benjy referenced, had a great showing in his debut on WWN Proving Ground, but ultimately coming up short against Alonso Garcia, the WWA 4 Internet Champion. Tonight's an opportunity for Benjy to right the ship, so to speak. But of course, if I'm Bud Heavy, I'm looking at this as, hey man, you're the new thing, I'm the classic thing.
I know Bud Heavy's a beer drinker, but it's like a fine wine. A fine wine gets better with time.
Maybe, because beer sure doesn't, but regardless.
Yeah, we don't want skunk beer here. And, you know, ahead of this matchup, Benjy Neptune, you know, has definitely had his eyes on Bud Heavy and called Bud dangerous. And I think one of the most dangerous things about Bud Heavy is the fact that he throws around that 2.5 kegs worth of himself like it's nothing.
Nice show of sportsmanship, but I agree. Bud Heavy is absolutely one of those athletes that you may look and on first sight, you're not sure what you're going to see, but you're going to find out pretty quickly. Hits hard, more agility than you would expect for a big man, and Benjy Neptune is not taking Bud Heavy lightly.
Yeah, Benjy Neptune well versed with the offense of Bud Heavy and is wrapping up the left limb trying to put a little extra damage on that shoulder, maybe slow some of the striking offense.
Both men jockeying for position here. Bud Heavy, of course, the man with the experience. You say, what, 7 years in the sport?
Yeah, 7 years compared to just barely a year for Benjy Neptune. It's creeping up on a year, but not quite.
But credit here to the rookie, Benjy Neptune, getting... No, wow, look at the gator roll. I was going to say getting the big man down into the mat, and smart with the gator roll. In fact, going into the pin. Notice, though, Bud Heavy not being held down for long by Benjy.
And that's just the thing, is that if you're someone with the stature and power of Bud Heavy, if you don't want to go somewhere, you're probably not. And the only thing that Bud Heavy wants to go is to the bar to drink more beers after picking up a victory over Benjy Neptune.
Yeah, you said the key right there. That's it. When it's time for action, Bud Heavy's here for those victories, and you see Benjy trying to get some wrist control here from the big man Bud, and it's very smart by Benjy Neptune. Trip the man down, and suddenly Bud Heavy's not so big.
Yeah, Bud Heavy definitely in a bit of a compromised position, but still able to keep that shoulder off the ground, keeping the referee from starting his count.
Did you notice the veteran instinct?
You said it, Trevin. That veteran instinct, getting himself over to the ring as quickly as possible to keep himself alive in this match.
Now, this was scored on points thus far, Liz. I dare say it's pretty even.
You know, we've seen definitely a lot of back and forth between these two competitors already. And I think, too, we've talked about the experience of Bud Heavy compared to the rookie Benjy Neptune, but Benjy Neptune is also skilled in, 3 different sports? You know, football, amateur wrestling. He was an Olympic weightlifter. So, I mean, deceptive though it may be, there is power in Benjy Neptune.
Now, Bud Heavy, you saw that hellacious landing in the corner, and Benjy did too, going right after the knee of Bud Heavy. And you got to ask yourself, how much damage has been done? Pinfall, still the quick kick out from Bud, but you notice going right for the knee. The concern here from Bud Heavy, I think he knows he's hurt.
And obviously a literal knee-jerk reaction, but you're really broadcasting to Benjy Neptune, hey, here's where it hurts.
And don't forget as well, Benjy Neptune is a level 1 CrossFit instructor. Think about that from a conditioning perspective on top of all the other sports. It's not surprising that this young athlete has been able to so quickly translate things here in the sport of professional wrestling, and now going right after the knee and ankle lock. Bud's in trouble.
Oh, and Bud Heavy is in a world of pain. But refusing to relent in this match.
Yeah, got to give it to the tenacity of Bud getting to that bottom rope, but all the while having to pull the weight of Benjy Neptune and the damage continuing to be done to the knee.
Yeah, and if he shifted in the wrong direction or tweaked it even further, there might be even more damage.
And I got to give it to Benjy. You notice Neptune gave Bud Heavy some space before immediately going back on the offense from a sportsmanship perspective, but you can't blame Benjy Neptune for going right in.
Oh my word! Look at Benjy Neptune locking in the submission. Bud Heavy, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, Heavy's in a lot of trouble here.
All of the pressure on the lower back, his legs wrenched back.
And hey, credit again to the veteran Bud Heavy still in this thing, but... In fact, not just still in this thing, look at the signs of life.
Wow. Bud Heavy got turned up to 11 just now, Trevin.
But credit, once again, Benjy Neptune targeting the knee of Bud Heavy. And and Zaguri as well, and young athlete being so smart again in the offense. Pinfall. But give it to Bud Heavy still in this thing, albeit you notice, this time it's not an emphatic kick out at 1, Alyssa.
Yeah, Benjy Neptune is really just cracking away at Bud Heavy. Piece by piece, bit by bit, Benjy Neptune is wearing down Heavy.
And the chin breaker there, though, from a counter perspective, that's what the veterans got to do. Down to one leg, but still charges across the ring. Squishing Benjy Neptune, and once again, be honest, Heavy has the weight advantage and knows how to use it. What a beautiful boot to the face of Benjy Neptune.
That is 2.5 kegs of human barreling at you.
Now the power slam, pinfall, 2 count only. I don't know if you noticed the cameraman, a little lackadaisical on how he's holding it, had it on the mat. Did you see just the crash as Bud Heavy slammed Benjy Neptune and the camera bounced everywhere?
Seriously, a boundless momentum and just kinetic potential for Bud Heavy.
By the way, we are, and this is not a joke, looking for folks who are interested in learning production. So if you're interested in learning how to produce professional wrestling, especially cameramen, and again, I know I sound like I'm joking because I obviously insulted this cameraman, but we really do need help. Nevertheless, Benjy Neptune coming into the corner. Some folks can't be coached, I'm going to be honest.
Oh, but Benjy Neptune, definitely a statement to the coaching from the WWN Training Center, as look at him.
Yeah, not slowing down, taking up the big man. And is this going to be it? Into the pin. No, still in this thing is Bud Heavy, but I got to give it to Benjy Neptune, showing, man, practicing those cleans, practicing those snatches. That's how you get big men like Bud Heavy up with ease.
And again, we talk about all of the strength and the different sports. Maybe this was a bit of the Olympic weightlifting coming into play here at Proving Ground.
Now Benjy just taken out by Bud Heavy, and you can see Bud crawling to the corner.
Come on! I think Bud Heavy's just looking for some kind of ice-cold refreshment. He's trying to crack open a cold one to maybe revive himself.
That would definitely be a difference maker now.
But again, it's a face-off now, Trevin. It is Benjy time versus party time.
Bud Heavy smartly got out of the way, using the momentum of Benjy Neptune against him. And what's this going to be, coming out of the ropes? And Benjy was able to hold on, though. I think Bud, surprised by Benjy, and is this what I think it is? Banana split, perhaps? Indeed, enough to win.
Oh my God!
What a win for Benjy Neptune. Now 1-1 here in WWN Proving Ground, but got to give it to Bud Heavy. An awesome return for the big man.
Definitely an awesome return. We saw some incredible action here, but I think Bud Heavy is going to be leaving the WWN Training Center with probably the worst potential hangover of his life, because Benjy Neptune is almost standing victorious here at Proving Ground, really setting the tone for future matches.
Oh, look at that. That's just a show of respect. Some love right there.
And maybe, hey, you never know. Bud Heavy's the kind of guy, maybe they're going to party together after this. Who knows?
It's about the joke. I don't know if Benjy partakes, but if so, he knows where to find Bud Heavy.
Small and stature, but a big win tonight. Just tell these people how you feeling. I'll tell you what, man. Bud Heavy stopped. We trained together. We got runs together. We finally faced each other. On WWN Proving Ground.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh no.
Yet again, ACW Heavyweight Champion August Artois.
Trevin, I got that twitch again as soon as that music started.
See, Ben, the funny thing is, about the Proving Ground is in 18 months I conquered, and I moved past this, and now I'm going to tell you that all these people out here truly don't give a damn about you or your smile. So do me a favor and get the hell out of my ring.
I'll tell you what. Since you want to come out here and answer me, what? How about you put that towel on right here? Oh, look, that's around my waist. What is it?
Yeah. And we talked before about the number of folks gunning for August Artois.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to set up a special showcase, a tag team showcase, and you're welcome. I will be in the match, but shut up, idiot. My
WWNTC Tag Team Open Challenge. Say what you will about August Artois, but I'm excited to see Artois and Rafael Delgado. It will definitely be a clash of styles, but they could make for a heck of a tag team, Alyssa.
A clash of styles, but also I'm wondering how anyone's personality could potentially clash with August Artois. He's real, he's raw, he's August Artois, and he's a handful, Trevin.
We knew Financially Stable was in the house.
And truly, Winston Bentley III and Connor McKay were chomping at the proverbial bit to get back in the ring here at Proving Ground. We did see Winston Bentley III competing last week, but Connor McKay, stayed on the outskirts. Now we get to see how the two gel in the ring as a team. Financially Stable have about 3 years of experience, each of them, compared to, what is it, the 18-month vet in August Artois and Rafael Delgado?
You gotta get gear?
I just realized you guys got your boots, your knee pads, and your tape. You get your boots and your tape. I'm not even prepared for this. You know what? Good luck tonight, brother.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? So let me get this right. ACW champion August Artois implicated Rafael Delgado into this matchup and now is bailing?
This was supposed to be a WWN Training Center Open Challenge Tag Team matchup, showcase of two of our top students, and instead, Artois just left.
What is this, going to be a 2-on-1 bout?
I don't know.
Alright, one second. You go out, lay down. Let me pin you. We take the win, I'll cut your check in back. How's that sound? No?
I mean, this is decent negotiating from Winston Bentley.
Lay down, let me cover you.
Oh.
I don't blame Delgado, but match has not begun, but it's an attack on Delgado, 2-on-1.
But look at Delgado holding his own against Financially Stable.
Yeah, Dean fighting off both men here, and could you imagine Winston Bentley, Connor McKay? I think Delgado's ready to take them both on.
I think you're right, Trevin.
Wait, that's Harrow.
Oh, okay. Whether he needed the assistance or not, Rafael Delgado at least now has a fair fight to look at.
Yeah, is this going to be a bit of a switch in the lineup, so to speak? Is this going to be a tag match?
Oh, okay. Our competitors being taken to their corners.
Indeed, I think Harrow is going to step in, whereas August Artois excusing himself because he wasn't prepared for the matchup. What an ass. Looks like Connor McKay is going to start it for Financially Stable, as is Harrow for his team. We've already seen Harrow in action tonight. Double duty for Harrow, but looking like he hasn't missed a beat as Delgado tagged in. An impromptu tag team maneuver, pinfall. Could you imagine? Oh, now the tag to Winston Bentley III. Could you imagine, Alyssa?
I mean, Trevin, Winston Bentley III wanted to pay off Rafael Delgado when Financially Stable had the advantage. So I don't know how things are going to be looking in the mind of Winston Bentley III, knowing that this is now a fair fight.
don't forget, it was Winston Bentley III stealing that fatal four-way last week. A lot of jaw jacking here. Hey, if there's something, I'll give Winston Bentley III. This dude can talk. Now we get to find out, can he wrestle when he has his tag team partner in the tag team division?
I mean, definitely strength on display from Rafael Delgado. Winston Bentley just trying to give himself a little breathing room here.
Continuing with the headlock there, Delgado trying to crack the head of Winston Bentley III like a nut as Bentley attempts to escape.
Winston Bentley, though, just getting himself a little bit of breathing room here.
Both men jockeying for position, but credit to Delgado going right at the ribs of Bentley, gonna force the release. Wait, was that a tag?
Not called by our official, so must not be.
All right, we got that submission predicament. I guess if it was a tag, Connor McKay would have come in.
Yeah, Winston Bentley III is now...
What are you doing?
Ooh. He's weaving his way around Delgado, but... Delgado now right back on Winston Bentley III.
Yeah, and if there's one of the weaknesses in really Delgado's personality, so to speak, it's just the passion. And it can be both a blessing and a curse when it comes to the ability for Delgado just to get pissed off, and you just saw it right there.
Yeah, and that could be something, Trevin, as you alluded to. Sometimes that can lead to someone's downfall. You get too hot under the collar, and that's where mistakes can be made. But now it looks like, what are Bentley and Delgado sizing each other up?
Yeah, I was about to say things get a little goofy here, but Delgado taking advantage of the fact that Winston Bentley III went along with it.
Well, that is because Winston Bentley III has been taking ballroom dance lessons since he was like 12, so obviously he wants to show off his stylings.
And there's the Jedi mind trick, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, you clearly have not taken ballroom dancing. What a hip toss, though, by Rafael Delgado.
And that's the thing, Trevin, that we're seeing in this matchup is we have two very strong individual competitors in Harrow and Delgado. But you have an established tag team in Financially Stable.
And there's the tag from McKay. Is this time it a tag?
Oh, Delgado, though.
Big slam. I guess not. Pinfall. Oh, okay, so now Connor McKay is the legal man, indeed, taken out. Rafael Delgado, and we had the confusion earlier, and I think even the official realizing, hey, no, there was a tag here, and hey, if I'm Winston Bentley III, I'm not only happy about it, I'm going to distract the official in the corner.
And that's what I mean, Trevin, about the cohesion of Financially Stable. They trained together, they came up together, they started together, and they've been a team throughout their careers. Now,
ooh, what a kick there. You can see some viciousness here in Connor McKay. Something about Financially Stable. You can just tell they're the two guys that show up at the bar, probably dress pretty well, piss everybody off.
I mean, it's old money meets new money. This is kind of a beautiful cohesion that we're seeing in Financially Stable.
Nonchalant cover. Not enough, but you notice the entire time Bentley trying to goad Harrow into the ring. A little bit of mind games here from Winston Bentley III.
Because, you know, they may be rich, but their tactics can be a little cheap, Trevin.
I'm really kind of confused about the idea of financially stable. Does that mean you're rich, or does that mean you just have enough money that you can pay your bills?
I mean, obviously they had enough money to try and buy this match.
A good point here. And now the tag to Connor McKay. Tandem offense from Financially Stable. That snapmare followed by a big boot taken off the head of Delgado. And Delgado in his rookie year, this could be the end for Rafael. Now the pin. Did you notice Connor McKay also trying to encourage Harrow, try getting in the ring, try breaking this up. You know they're planting seeds should, which just happened, Delgado kick out.
I mean, any kind of mind games that they can play, Financially Stable are going to play them.
Delgado whipped across the ring, and in comes Connor McKay. Not slowing down. Into the pin.
McKay, so impressive. Is this it? Not enough.
But yet again, you see it right there. Now, McKay is calling Harrow chicken. What is the strategy here for financially stable?
I mean, it's one of the oldest tricks in the book to call someone chicken. I think that they're banking on Harrow getting so flustered that he maybe comes into this match and gets his team disqualified. I have no idea, Trevin.
Big boot taken out. Rafael Delgado. The pin, though, broken up by Harrow.
Obviously, Harrow allowed to come into this matchup to break the pin, but didn't interact quite enough to warrant a potential disqualification.
Now the tag.
Things are definitely bubbling, though, I think, in the corner of Harrow and Delgado.
Axe handle coming off the corner there to a prone Delgado, and Delgado almost made it over to Harrow, but Connor McKay at the last second catching Delgado.
McKay, incredible strikes, just almost laying out Delgado.
Delgado's definitely in some trouble here, and in Delgado's short career in the World Wrestling Network, this may be the longest I've had to see Delgado being beaten on 2-on-1. We're going to learn a lot about Delgado based on what happens here. That moment, critical moment here, Alyssa. Can Delgado find his way to Harrow?
I mean, Delgado certainly bought himself a little bit of space from his opponent, put the distance between himself and Connor McKay, but now these competitors have to get to their feet to continue this match. The referee is almost halfway through his count.
He just said it. If somebody doesn't answer the 10 count, this will be all she wrote. Looks like Delgado, though, getting to the ropes. Connor McKay, though, very close to Winston Bentley III. Does make the tag, but so does Rafael Delgado. Here's Harrow. Burst of energy now from the man who's had some time to get fresh again outside the ring. But do not forget, Harrow already in action here tonight.
Definitely, we cannot discount the fact that Harrow isn't going to be the normal fresh as a daisy self that he would be if this was his first match of the evening.
Second leg was Harrow. Now knee to the back. Is this going to be the end? The pin. No, 2 count only. Give it to Winston Bentley III, taking a beating, but still in this thing.
But Trevin, you gotta wonder too, is now Delgado's tagged back in. I was wondering if all the taunts that they were throwing at Harrow had maybe started to backfire.
Well, you saw the low bridge there from Connor McKay, taking Harrow out outside of the ring, inside of the ring. DDT takes out Delgado. But the question now is, can Financially Stable follow up? Tag to Connor.
You know, if anyone knows how to capitalize, it's Financially Stable. Classified funding.
Is this going to take out Delgado?
That's it.
Getting an opportunity to debut as a tag team and a big win for Financially Stable here tonight at WWN Proving Ground. But you've got to give some credit to both Rafael Delgado for just the beating Delgado took, especially after assuming he'd be with one of his training partners in August Artois. And of course, Harrow, appreciate Harrow stepping up, albeit doing double duty here tonight at Proving Ground.
I mean, it certainly speaks to the confidence of Delgado that he was willing to go into this match, even without an opponent. And also to Harrow, to the fact that after already fighting tonight, he was coming to the aid of Delgado. But there's just something about the cohesion, the background, the history of Financially Stable that I believe led them to victory tonight, Trevor.
Can't wait to hear from these guys.
Last week, contract signing, big win for Financially Stable. Tell these people all about you guys. My name is Winston Bentley III, and that is the great Connor McKay. Together, we are Financially Stable. Currently, there's a freshman as a team, Financially stable, everybody.
Are you guys buying now? Yeah. Maybe the financially stable to poke the bear that is the WWN faithful here. I hate to say it, Alyssa, but I don't think this is the last time you will see financially stable in a WWN ring.
Benjy, tonight at Proving Ground, you proved to be the better wrestler. See, I watched you train from the ground up as a wrestler. But I want to remind you of one thing. Bud Heavy isn't a wrestler. I'm a fighter. I fight. Tonight, you got lucky. You got lucky. But remember, whether it's a party or whether it's a fight, things are about to get heavy at Proving Ground.
Oh, come on! I'm better than this. I'm better than this. Damn!
Hey, keep your head up, man. First of all, your attacking partner left you high and dry. And I saw you going out alone. I respect that. So I couldn't just stand there on the sideline and let you get a beating like that. Did it go our way? Nah. But next time we face the financially stable, we'll leave them broken, battered, and unstable. How's the sound of that?
I really like the sound of that.
And their pain will be our peace.
Let's do this.
Come see Proving Ground live every Friday night at Richey Racquetball and Sports Club in Port Richey, Florida at 7 p.m. Step inside the new WWN Training Center for an experience like no other. Proving Ground is a night of fun for the whole family. Tickets are available at the door and seating is limited. Doors open at 6:30 p.m.
Brian Atomic versus Stephen Frick, the first time ever matchup here at WWN Proving Ground. And it's exactly when Brian Atomic should be wrestling. And that is the main event, baby, because Brian Atomic is the main event star. And, you know, I hear some people say that I don't deserve to be in the main event yet. I haven't proved myself. But hey, when you're Atomic, you don't have to prove yourself. You just step inside that ring and you always shine. And Stephen Frick, when you step inside that ring with me, you're just gonna be another freaking loser.
Another Friday night, another fight I find myself in. Only this week it's someone I don't know too well. Brian Atomic. I've been here every week, main eventing, holding Proving Ground on my back. Brian Atomic, you may not know who I am, but after tonight, you can frick around and you can find out.
WWN Proving Ground fans, it is now time for your WWN Proving Ground main event of the night. Your first competitor, weighing in at 164 pounds, from Waterbury, Connecticut, Brian Atomic.
Last time we saw Brian Atomic in a WWN Proving Ground ring, he pushed the ACW Cruiserweight Champion Alex Todd to the limit. And despite what Atomic just said a moment ago, definitely got the attention of WWN officials who were interested to see how would Brian Atomic do against someone who is a main event star here in the World Wrestling Network, like Stephen Frick, who, by the way, is one of 3 #1 contenders for the ACW Heavyweight Championship. It's a big opportunity for Brian Atomic tonight.
Brian Atomic talked about the importance of being able to prove himself, because when he steps inside the ring, he always shines. And we're going to see how he shines against Stephen Frick.
And his opponent, he is a former ACW Heavyweight Champion from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing in at 235 pounds, Stephen Frick.
Of course, the crowd favorite here in the Proving Ground. Always good to see Stephen Frick.
And certainly, Atomic may say that he's a shining star, but there is just something intangible about the presence of Stephen Frick.
Former ACW Heavyweight Champion. And as I pointed out, due to August Artois getting involved in Stephen Frick versus Sage Scott, both men becoming #1 contenders for the ACW Heavyweight Championship. And add to that, everything that's happened between August Artois and Lucky Ali at Full Impact Pro, where Artois has also been defending his ACW Heavyweight Championship. And hey, May the 15th, Artois has to defend the championship against Lucky Ali. More to follow on WWNLive.com, but don't forget, you got Frick, you got Sage Scott, and you never know when those matches are going to happen.
And here we have Frick and Brian Atomic in a... Wait, what? Why is August Artois in stripes? Oh no, Trevin.
So apparently, August Artois was put in a position as a reward for his victory to be, quote-unquote, in charge for the night. I wonder what superstar Sean Davis had to pay for that.
I mean, August Artois, I think, is just someone that brings absolute chaos and disregard everywhere he goes. So knowing that he's a special enforcer on the outskirts of the ring here tonight, Trevin, I think both of these competitors should be a little worried.
Wait, you just said it. So August Artois making himself special enforcer, as you heard from Francisco Chiato. Absolutely ridiculous. You can already hear Artois outside of the ring, but right now, Frick working on that arm. Great agility, though, the escape from Brian Atomic. It's a big night, a big opportunity for Brian Atomic tonight to show what he can do in our main event.
But I think also if you're Stephen Frick, you're someone that has seen a lot within the squared circle. And I think that Stephen Frick is someone that can stand up to anything that Atomic may throw at him.
Yeah, undeniably. Stephen Frick is absolutely a main eventer. Already mentioned a former ACW heavyweight champion, and as these two men lock up here, you're seeing that Brian Atomic can definitely fight beyond his size. Wow, cockiness from Brian Atomic.
Yeah, there's something to be said for the personality and ambition even of Brian Atomic, maybe being far beyond his own physical stature.
Well, we're going to find out if that's true right here. Both men jockeying for position. Curious to see, and it's Atomic in the ropes.
And certainly, as we talked about, Trevin, this is a first-time ever matchup between these two competitors, so there's certainly going to be a bit of a feeling out process.
And the double shot there from Stephen Frick. Sending a message back to Atomic. A little bit of... Yeah, you just heard August Artois. That's gimmick infringement. Of course it is, August. Of course it is.
Wow.
You definitely got to think it's a distraction having August Artois outside of the ring. But whose distraction?
So maybe even though I said that both competitors should be worried with August Artois looming at ringside, maybe August Artois showing a little bit more favor toward Atomic.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're seeing Atomic here now applying the submission hold here. Stephen Frick, center of the ring. Well placed, well done by Brian Atomic. And what a shot back, though, from Stephen Frick. And now that... freaking guy coming back to life, but indeed, Auguste Artois, you gotta think, gonna be a factor in this matchup.
But we also saw how the antics of Artois totally backfired on him when it was Frick versus Sage Scott.
Very true. Oh, wait a minute. Are we in a pin situation again? Good job there by Brian Atomic trying to escape, but indeed it was ACW heavyweight champion Auguste Artois getting into Stephen Frick and Sage Scott's business, thinking perhaps he wouldn't have a #1 contender 2 weeks ago here on WWN Proving Ground, and instead he had 2 #1 contenders. And here we are, Atomic Headlock.
I think he tagged.
No, I don't think he tagged there.
Frick is definitely in a bit of a compromised position, but making his way back to his feet and trying to force some separation from Brian Atomic.
A great shoulder tackle from Stephen Frick, and you definitely cannot count out Stephen Frick here. It is our main event of WWN Proving Ground. You know Frick is going to give it his all, but again, it's a huge opportunity for Brian Atomic. Frick with a counter, beautiful hip toss. And Atomic now egress outside of the ring. Do you hear our special enforcer? Can you continue?
I mean, just doing the bare ding-dang minimum. Wow, look at the power of Frick. Such strength on display.
Indeed, and beautiful suplex from Stephen Frick. Taking down Atomic. Atomic is absolutely in some trouble here. And going into the pin, and the hell?
Whoa! I mean, did Artois just want to get a closer look to make sure that our official was counting properly, or did he just want to stare down Stephen Frick?
Oh, come on!
What?
Artois just took out WWN official Billy Grace. The hell's happening here? What, is Artois gonna officiate this thing himself now from special enforcer to our main official?
Wow, Auguste Artois really did find a workaround to now make himself the referee of this match.
Come on, how fast are you gonna count?
Oh, come on.
Ridiculous.
But Frick's still answering it, even that dreadfully speedy 10 count.
Yeah, credit to Stephen Frick, but the odds are against Stephen Frick. Who hear it again? Ridiculous.
God, I mean, if at first you don't succeed, just count faster, I guess.
That's definitely Auguste Artois' way, as Brian Atomic now very smartly continuing the offensive on Stephen Frick. Here, Artois, do you quit?
I mean, yeah, the entire integrity of this contest now rests on Auguste Artois, which is a terrifying idea. Yeah, Artois using his full body weight to keep the rope out of the grip of Stephen Frick.
No, this is absolutely ridiculous. You gotta think, whatever went down to somehow give Artois the authority to become both special enforcer, now the official, it's absolutely out of control, as the lights could be going out for Stephen Frick.
Yeah, Frick has got nowhere to go. But not even allowing Auguste Artois the satisfaction of calling his ability to compete into question. Frick is fired up.
And that's what you're seeing, as Frick fires back. Even with the odds against Frick, Frick refuses to give up, an inverted atomic drop. And what is this? An atomic drop into a backbreaker, vicious from Brian Atomic. And is this gonna be it? Pinfall.
Atomic with the cover.
Credit though, Frick's still in this thing, at least in this moment. Another attempt. Wow, how fast is this count gonna be?
I have to say though, Trevin, I am impressed with Frick's ability to kick out of these very fast counts from Auguste Artois.
No, this is absolutely criminal. Artois is doing whatever the hell he wants. Typical Auguste Artois.
I mean, we talk about, odds being stacked against you in a matchup. Auguste Artois is just letting Brian Atomic really take advantage of this situation with Frick against the ropes.
It's got to be one of the slowest 5 counts I've ever seen, and I know you can just see for sure Atomic thriving in this environment, knowing that the odds are in Atomic's favor in our main event. Of course, everything's branded Atomic, isn't it? And another Atomic kick.
Just releasing pure fury on Stephen Frick.
Hey, Frick, though, hitting the chop now. Brian Atomic in the corner, and you see Auguste Artois again, basically distracting Stephen Frick. Did you see how fast that 5 count was in the corner? I know we keep saying it, but...
Yeah, it's definitely a testament to like you said, the composure of Frick, that he hasn't just lost it.
And the pinfall. Super fast count after that Atomic Uranagi, but somehow Stephen Frick is still in this thing.
There are just so many different levels of frustration that Stephen Frick must be feeling right now. Not only is it the man that took your title away, but is trying to potentially cost you this matchup tonight at Proving Ground.
Yeah, and I just don't see this going well for Stephen Frick. It's got to be a matter of time. Fight as he will.
Oh no, just side being stretched.
Yeah, atomic stretch, as they say. Atomic stretch. It's ridiculous.
But Stephen Frick is refusing to submit. Atomic trying to put a little bit of extra. Oh, but no! Shift of the momentum of Atomic. And Frick bought himself some time.
It's going to take a lot to keep down Stephen Frick, but if our official, and I put that in air quotes, ACW heavyweight champion Auguste Artois is going to have his way, that could be what's going to happen here as Atomic comes in.
Oh, Atomic barreling in.
It looks like Atomic has something in mind, asking Artois to move out of the way, and what a kick! Rocking Stephen Frick, and this may truly be the end.
Oh no. Not here, not like this.
But Frick, signs of life, the counter, but the question is what's left of the tank for Stephen Frick here? Brian Atomic's pretty much had his way thanks to Auguste Artois.
Stephen Frick is surging his brain, trying to find that energy, trying to keep himself in this matchup. Atomic also making his way to his feet.
Yeah, and that's it. Looks like both athletes up, albeit Atomic having to use the ropes to get up, and Frick charging in. But so did Atomic. Something's got to give here. Both men firing on all cylinders, but it looks like Frick's in control for the moment.
Look at the blows this has come to.
The boot catching Stephen Frick. Wow, what a chop. And the elbow as well, and Frick just a house full of fire here. Big back body drop, taking down Brian Atomic. Okay, count. You're kidding me. Now you're gonna check on Billy Grace?
Oh my. Unbelievable, Trevin.
Could it get any more ridiculous?
That was it. That was the match.
It was absolutely the match. And you hear WWN faithful trying to get behind Stephen Frick, and Artois fanning off Brian Atomic.
Wow. Auguste Artois is fanning Brian Atomic with his hat. Oh, no.
Yeah, with Atomic back in control of things. Handspring into the lariat, taking off the head of Stephen Frick. And again, we're in a position here. Is this the end? Pinfall, ridiculously fast count, but somehow Stephen Frick just barely gets that shoulder up.
And sometimes I wonder, Trevin, if it is all of the mounting frustrations, the new levels of anger that Frick is being driven to by Artois that are maybe keeping him kicking in this match.
Yeah, that's definitely some motivation, but Brian Atomic now starting to head to the top. But you can see Atomic showing the effects of this matchup, taking his time, getting to the top. Oh, Frick back to life. Atomic definitely waiting too long, and
Frick meets him there.
Indeed, beautiful. Suplex just tossing Brian Atomic, and are we about to see it? The huge freaking spear taking out Atomic. Could be the end. Pinfall. Come on, Artois. Could this get any slower? Ah, Stephen Frick wins. Even with the odds against Stephen Frick somehow finding a way to be victorious in our main event. But man, ACW heavyweight champion Auguste Artois made that about as difficult as it possibly could have been for Stephen Frick. Still got to give some credit to Atomic though. Good showing from this young man. Just a very crappy situation.
Let's hear from the victorious Stephen Frick.
have signed yourself up for a match next Friday. Frank, look at me! Against none other than Next Level's newest member, Anthony Katina. So I hope you're ready for that. And this will happen, like I said, when the hell I want it to happen.
Wait. Huge freaking spear. Taken down the ACW heavyweight champion. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. What a night it's been here tonight on WWN Proving Ground. Any parting thoughts, Alyssa Marino?
I mean, truly, after everything that was thrown at Stephen Frick tonight, hitting that spear on August Artois had to have felt great. What a way to wrap things up here at Proving Ground this week.
Even if one day Stephen Frick will get that opportunity at the ACW heavyweight champion. Nevertheless, for Alyssa Marino, I am Trevin Adams. Thank you for joining us. WWNLive.com for all things World Wrestling Network. We hope you join us again soon.